Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Morning Coffee with James. I'm James, and this cheap imitation of a real show is my morning coffee show. No, I don't have a. Actually, we'll do it like this. I'll do it like this, and we're gonna be like very casual. Hello there, stranger. Welcome to Morning Coffees with James. I'm James, and this is my morning coffee show. Now, you may be wondering why I ain't doing it. Now you may be wondering what I've been doing for a while and why I'm not doing this with a microphone and on a computer why am I not updating this? Well, first of all, few things are just snagging me in the way. My computer, first of all, my phone is, being screwy with me because every time I film something on here and try to upload it to my computer, it will not show the video. It will show the audio. It will only play the audio. So yeah, I have to deal with that nonsense. Unless I have to, I'm gonna see what I can do in the schematics in this thing. Second, sorry for the people in Britain. I don't mean to flip you off. So there we go. There's a great picture of Churchill and he's doing this, and then like there's another one where he's doing this. I love it in that movie, The Darkest. Is it The Darkest Hour? Where Gary Oldman is playing Churchill. And he does that to a photographer, and he goes, "Oh, I thought that meant peace." And he goes, "No, that means jog on." I'm not going to be put on British broadcast anymore. The British are going to just be pissed off at me. "You Americans, stop swearing like that." It's like, that doesn't... First of all, when Americans says it, they don't know the meaning behind it. So, yeah. And plus, we can swear even harder than you. So, bugger off. Don't mean to bugger off. Tell my British fans to bugger off. You can stay. You can stay. You don't have to do any jogging, so you're good. So keep calm and carry on, because you guys are an exemplar of staying calm in the worst conditions ever. Germany bombed the crap out of you multiple times, and you just went about your normal British day. Like, oh, bloody hell. The Germans are bombing us again. Mr. Hitler, could you please stop bombing us? Nine! Nine? No, we want you to stop. Nine! Stop saying that. Henry, I think he's saying no. That's no in German. Nine is no in German. Really? Alright. Oh, Mr. Hitler, can you stop being such a shithead and bombing us? I can't speak German. I can't put on a German accent. Mr. Hit. Ooh. There we go. I will say this though. What was I talking about? What do I want to talk about? It is the second week of our quarantine life. For me, it is. Some people are on lockdown. Some people are not in lockdown. But hopefully, we can get this whole bullshit done in our past, and this could be in the history books, like 9/11, like Barack Obama's presidential election. Yes, I'm considering that history because he was the first black president, in my mind. Like, yes, there's been other people who ran for president, but he was the first of being dark-skinned. So, yeah, and I like him. Not as much anymore, but nowadays I'm just kind of like, you know what? He was an okay president. What else is going on in the world today? If you want to hear my thoughts on Barack Obama, I like him. He's a good speech deliverer. Do I think he did a lot of things that were pretty much crappy? Yeah. I mean, a lot of people forgot Cash for Clunkers. I mean, a lot of people forgot, the drones and everything like that. But honest to God, I mean, when it comes to giving a speech, yeah, he was, you can have a beer with Barack Obama. So, but, I don't know. No, I'm not going to get political here. I'm so fucking done with politics. It's not even been funny. But then again, I'm going to have to say it. I like the way Donald Trump gives a speech, because he's not the, "my fellow Americans, I will talk down to... He's just talking freely, and some people are like, that's unpresidential, and that's not how... Why do we put... Like, you know what's funny? We don't have a royal family in this country, but we act like the president is a royal family. Yes, they're the first lady. It's our democracy or republic or whatever. La, la, la. But, you know, when you say he's unfit for president, I'm just thinking to myself, no, well, a lot of those guys are unfit to be president. Like, a lot of... Who's really fit to be a ruler? You know what I mean? This is why we choose them every year. Like, we switch out our royal family. But the difference is that, you know... The difference is that they're not, like, married in. Well, some of them are. Bushes. I mean, again, there's not a lot of them. And Clintons. I mean, and, you know, you have these people who are Kennedys. And who are just still in there for a long periods of time. Limbaugh's, well, maybe Limbaugh's a commentator. But anyway, yeah, my thing about that, and especially, like, again, I'm getting into politics again, but let's talk about the quarantine life. So, if you saw one of my earlier videos, apparently, Walmart has, Sam's Club has become a literal club. It's now a disco club. You know, when I was younger, I thought going to the clubs, waiting out line was the cool hip thing to do. Now it's just waiting outside the grocery shop. Normal everyday activity has now ceased to exist anymore. And, you know, the gyms are, like, our places where we used to hide and go are now gone. Bars are gone, gyms are gone, video game stores are gone, comic book stores. You know, now it's we stay home, we either go to the shops and that's it, or we can't talk to anybody because we're spreading this stupid virus that China made. I'm calling it the C virus. And by the way, this is not a kids program. This is not a... Should have put this up front. I should have put it up front. But you know what? My material is not for your kids, so don't sit your kids in front of the damn computer screen or TV and expect, you know, me to raise them. So... they learn something from me, I hope they learn something good. But I'm just so sick of this shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my language. I'm just so sick of it. I mean, we can't talk about the fact that China made this, and then the fact that, you know, a lot of people are like, well, you can't be spreading false information about the COVID. I'm not spreading any information. The only information I'll tell you is to wash your hands, practice good hygiene, practice good social distancing, and social distance. That's what I'm going to call this now, because we're contriving two different ideas, contradicting each other. You know. This is a terrible thing, yes, but we all blame one thing or another instead of focusing on the real threat here. I don't know. I feel like this is going to be the beginning of the stand. It's not, and I have to say something. This is the worst apocalypse I've wanted to experience, because it's like I was hoping for something between something like Mad Max and Fallout 3 a little bit, or Fallout. You know what I mean? And maybe The Stand, or maybe Omega Man. Either one would have been great. No, we get the one where we're locked inside and the government still exists. Where government still exists. Ugh. Anyhow, I'm just so fed up with this shit. Excuse my language. And you know what? Here's my problem with YouTube, is the fact that now you can't have, you know, well, you gotta address these to your dumb kids. You know, you can't use foul language anymore because, you know, this is a good, honest country and we can't. This is what happens when TV dies and it becomes... Now we've domesticated it so we can, you know, protect the kids from all the bad things in the world, so they get hit by a car called reality and they're crippled. This is my problem with this censorship bullshit. This whole thing where you can't swear or talk about the C virus. Now they're finding you. I'm just waiting for the collapse. The great collapse. And a lot of people are like, well, there won't be any more video games or this. I mean, like, I'm at that point where I'm like looking at entertainment and looking at all this stuff, and it's like, we've got so many things now of entertainment. It's like, we need social interaction. We really need it. We need that social you know, interaction. I'm trying to, this was popped up and I had to pop it down. So, talking about pitching a tent. Oh! Okay, never mind. Anyhow, it's just one of those things I'm getting real sick of. Like, I miss going to the gym. I miss going to that place to, like, of not just physical fitness, but intellectual fitness and mental fitness, and, you know, doing discussions, doing topics, talking. You know, a lot of people talk about the gym as just some bros going there to be like, bro, we're gonna lift a lot of things. Do you even lift, bro? If you go to a gym, there's a lot more social interaction than just, bro, lifting things. There's discussions, there's, you know, interactions. I think the gymnasiums are one of the best things that come out of Western culture. And that sounds like a weird thing to say, but you don't really see that in Eastern cultures. There's not a lot of gym etiquette and gym culture. You know, when the Greeks had gyms, they didn't just discuss, you know, they didn't just train. They didn't physically train. They mentally trained. They spiritually trained. They studied the body, the medicine of the body, you know, the science of it, the whole structure of bodies and bones and, you know, physical fitness and all that stuff. They didn't just train there and get, you know, they didn't just go to the gym and just be bros, you know what I mean? And I think that's what's missing, and people kind of now need to realize it's like, and the same thing with bars. Bars are another great Western cultural idea, but I think the gym is a little bit better in my mind because it engages you in all those aspects, like thinking differently outside the box, maybe different training, and honest to God, I think it's one of the best things ever for you, healthy, and also the bar too. But I'm more of a gym rat, so I wouldn't say gym rat. I think gym rat's such a negative term in my mind. It's like I'm more of a gym, you know, a gym philosopher, if I want to put it that way, if I want to sound like a pompous asshole. So, yeah. Hello there. Welcome to my show. But the thing that bothers me, well, I don't know, I miss going to that place. I miss doing deadlifts. I miss having real equipment instead of using bars and buckets and what have yous. And I'm gonna have to submit and get dumbbells. That's what's really gonna come down to, because I miss dumbbells. I have dumbbells, but I want more. I want more, damn it. More. And also do some reading. Yeah. I also want to do more YouTube stuff. Right now I'm playing Resident Evil 3 Remake. I'm not going to call it Nemesis because the original Nemesis will always be the Nemesis. Resident Evil... By the way, I am wearing shorts, if anybody's asking. If you can see my legs, that looks like a butt. Hello. Yeah, I'm right now in the middle of doing a Let's Play of it, and my PlayStation, well, the problem is my PlayStation is overheating every time. I have a lot of things that need to get done, and also just the fact that I'm just sitting here just talking to you, and I want to do more of this, and for somebody who is gonna get on YouTube again and BitChute, I'm gonna start doing a series called Dreams About My Brothers, and if you haven't known, last year my brother died August 3rd, 2019, at 2:30 on a Saturday. After his death, there was a lot of things going on in my life, and things that were just very shocking. Not shocking, but just a lot of things and changes, and a lot of things that were just going wrong in my life. And one of the weirdest things that were occurring were dreams where my brother was in my dreams. And if you've ever seen a video by the name of Max Derritt talking about synchronicity, I think it is, synchronicity, which basically it's a Carl Jung thing. Carl Jung was treating a patient, and she had a dream about a golden scarab. and a piece of jewelry golden scarab. And wouldn't you know it, on their window, banging on on Carl Jung's window, was a golden scarab. And it was, uncommon in that time of season where he was living. And synchronicity is that when two people have the same idea but they never really talk to one another. Say basically, if you hadn't, like the golden scarab, like Carl Jung never had the idea of the golden scarab, or he maybe had like a similar idea, but not no, I mean that's distorting a little bit. Like say if like your friend had a dream about a fish and you had a dream about a fish, and you both discussed it. Like, and here's an example. In the stream, like an example, because I want to do a full analysis of this. In the stream, the ending of the dream, my brother and I were in a room, in a bedroom. We were clothed. All right, don't put a Freudian slip on this. Don't put a Freudian analysis on this. We were in a bedroom, which was very fancy looking and all that stuff, and we were hugging, and he was apologizing to me, like we were saying our last goodbyes, for the most part. And his girlfriend at the time, Megan, had a similar dream. Guess where it was in? The bedroom. And they were watching a movie, basically. They were watching Deadpool, the first Deadpool movie, and they were watching it. And I came in, I was in the dream too. I was at the doorway watching the dream. Oh, no, wait a minute. I was sitting at the end of the bed. Not sitting on it, but like kind of like sitting at the bottom of the bed, just watching the movie. And it ended with me and my brother hugging and apologizing, saying we love each other. Synchronicity. So I'm going to do more stuff like that, and with Let's Plays and stuff like that, and video game discussions, and maybe some fitness videos to show you what I've been doing with weights and junkyard stuff, a Stallone-style exercise. So yeah, I can do that. I can do that well. So yeah, it's been weird, and there's a lot involving more into this, so I'm going to make it into a series, and I'm going to try to make it on a YouTube basis and a BitChute. I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but I don't know. Being on Instagram is a little bit safer than being on BitChute, because YouTube, because BitChute is the best, but YouTube is just become so toxic with their algorithm. It just really bothers me, and the whole fact with COPA, and now you gotta tell your kid, now you gotta say a thing about, say your show's not for kids, and it's just like so madness. It's madness, I tell you. Oh yeah, so this will be one video that I'm gonna do some discussion. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, love it, bye-bye, and remember to stay healthy. Wash your hands. And please, for God's sake, stop hoarding all the eggs and milk and toilet paper. You silly people. Read a prepper magazine, dumbasses. Love you. Bye-bye. Peace.